Hello, this is Brent Jones. I'm coming to you from our new channel, Career Development Matters by Brent Jones. I have two reasons for bringing you this video. One is to talk about the channel on my video account, and also to talk about my website where I have 6 boards devoted to career development. I guess I should give you a little background as to why I would tackle this subject. First off, my credentials, my past, my experience comes from several areas. I'm an author. I have 4 books. My newest book is just coming out next month. It'll be called Work Matters, Insights and Strategies for Job Success in a Rapidly Changing Economy. I think it's a very appropriate book. I've drawn from a lot of experiences, which some of them I'll mention, and the timing is just incredible. I mean, things have changed so much. So I'm an author, a writer. I do a lot of writing, a career development coach. I've been an entrepreneur for a lot of years. I was in business as a corporate employee for many years, and so that's my background. And this career development coach, I've been doing that for about 10 years, regularly, not full-time. I mean, and I'm a volunteer. Right now I work with a church group in a regional employment center, and right now I'm working on Zoom mostly, but I've met with people over the last 2 to 3 years in this assignment. I've had the experience of probably working with between 400 and 500 people. I think 400 of those I was able to put onto LinkedIn or help them enhance their position on LinkedIn, and so that was interesting. You learn a lot when you counsel a person on how to get on LinkedIn, and you learn a lot when you talk to a person who's out of work. It's one of the toughest times in our lives sometimes, and so I have a lot of concern, empathy, and about that category. I've watched people really struggle to try to embrace some of the principles that will help them, and I've watched people do it with somewhat ease. But so anyway, those are my reasonings for this channel and for the last 3 to 4 years of my website and the areas I have in there. I have a lot in the website, and so I'll cover that a little bit here because I think it extends over and will apply to this video channel as I begin to put things together there. I don't think this will be a long video, but I want to touch the basics and use this to introduce the channel. I also already have a video on the channel about my new book, Work Matters, Insights and Strategies for Job Seekers in a Rapidly Changing Economy. There's some relevant stuff there. It's a tough world out there right now. It's hard to get a job, but it's easy to assume that you can't. So in a way, in my website, and as an approach that I'll use with the coming videos, I have 6 sections devoted in that website to connected events matter and to connected into career development matters. Connected Events Matter is the website. I'll post a site here, and it focuses primarily in 3 areas: book reviews, essays, and career development. The essays are on both book reviews and career development for the most part, and life development. So that's the focus of the website. But this particular channel is going to focus on the career development, of course. There's a board, Career Development Insights, and that'll be an area of focus, just ideas and suggestions and ways to go about it. Networking, for example. There'll be a lot on networking. There's kind of a new way to go about networking now with the Zoom and the video, and not being able to just walk into an office is easy. I'll do a video on that soon. Education, career development education. It's really the perfect time to get your certifications and get your your profile in order, and so I have a section on that on the website, as well as insights, as well as networking. I have a lot of essays devoted to these subjects, and then just short little ideas. Have a section devoted to job interviews. There's a great deal to talk about when it comes to job interviews. There's plenty to learn and to say, and then using LinkedIn. That's another area that I guess I've got a lot of experience in. I haven't been doing that for the whole 10 years. I've had my LinkedIn account a lot longer than that. I guess I didn't realize how useful it was, but it's a tremendous research tool. It is very different than the other job platforms. Indeed and LinkedIn are the two biggest. Indeed's a little bigger in Europe than here, than LinkedIn is in Europe. But by far, LinkedIn is the superior one. If you just want a job platform, which LinkedIn has, if you just want to put in your job title, which you can do with LinkedIn, and you want to put in where you want to work, even right down to the zip code, which LinkedIn can do. The single best tool for that is Google. Google will do it better than everybody because it'll bring the LinkedIn, it'll bring the Indeed, the ZipRecruiter, it'll bring them all together, and you look at them. So why LinkedIn or why any job search platform? Well, of course, jobs are posted on these platforms, and that's one good reason. But it's a discussion of the algorithms and how they measure your resume and how they show you what it's pointing at. So there's a lot to talk about in each of these categories. I just can't emphasize enough how much concern I have for people that are in this position of being out of work at this time. It's just so concerning. It's so concerning to see what's happened. I've profiled a couple of companies in my book, and some of these big corporate national companies, and I named a couple of them and gave you exact examples, but they've laid off a third of their workforce and remained profitable. Well, great, I guess, if you're a stockholder, but it's not so fun when you're not a stockholder. It's not so fun when you're relying on that income. And now with questions about going back to school, questions about child care, and I had already spent a lot of time looking at the direction that the future would bring with jobs. I had already done a lot of reading and studying about the effect of automation. They said that by the year 2030 that 1/3 of all the jobs that existed today would be gone because of automation and artificial intelligence. That's just mind-blowing. I don't know quite how to understand that. On the other hand, there's a shift, and there's retraining, and there's new jobs, and they had that same prediction back in the late 90s about what would happen by 2020, and it somewhat happened. But even before the pandemic, looking at 2030 and looking at that kind of prediction, it was pretty obvious that a person needed to really look at their career and decide where they needed to anticipate problems and what they needed to do. So there's a lot to cover in this career development matters channel. I guess it'll be Career Development Channels by Brent Jones. My other channel is on reviews, and it's an interesting opportunity to review books, and you can review under that title a lot of things. So I'm experimenting with YouTube. I really like it. There's some great people out there to teach you. Very, very good teachers. I watched a video the other day about how to get 100 subscribers. And I was all excited because the guy that did this, he's really good. He's really can teach you a lot. And so I got on there, and I can hardly wait to find out how we're going to get 100 subscribers. because I need some subscribers. I've only got 4. You know, I got over 1,000 on LinkedIn, and I've got 100,000 plus on Pinterest. So it isn't as though I'm new to this, but I'm a little new to YouTube. So, and so I could, please subscribe. It's just right down there in the lower corner of your screen. But so I was really excited to hear this guy explain to us how to get 100 subscribers. I mean, this is really, really good. I hope you're ready for it. He told us that the way to get 100 subscribers is to post 100 videos. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? And I think he's monetized, so he's getting big bucks for that advice. That's really good, you know. And I'm not making fun of him, because he is one of the 2 or 3 best that I've really listened to. I think this Catherine or Catlin Manning, she's really good. There's several of them that are really good. And I learned a lot from that video. But I just had to chuckle, because if you want to, I'm going to just depart here and give you a little advice of which I am unqualified to give you. And I don't want to waste your time, but if you want to make a fortune on anything, find out why people are there. For example, people come on YouTube. Well, teach them how to be a success on YouTube, because you got the right audience. Anyway, thank you for coming. Please subscribe. Check out my other videos. I'm learning, but I really think this is an interesting medium, and I'm pleased with the opportunity to be with you today.